Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope we're good. Happy Wednesday. Let's go. Let's get settled. So, come to find a lying down position. It's Wednesday, so on Wednesday we focus on the lower body, the hips. So lie back. Come to lie back. Let's just get settled here for a moment. And when you're at home, if you have any little rituals that make your space feel morning, I love it when the chat box goes. If you have any rituals that feel helpful to setting up your yoga space, morning, Rebecca, then please encourage those, make time for those. Oh, sorry, I didn't spell morning correctly. It's definitely morning. I've got coffee, we'll be fine. Just like lighting a candle, having a set space in your home. I'm actually moving back to Mosey in the next couple of days, so my space will change, and then it will stay the same, other than when I go outside. So yeah, come to lie back in your space with any little bits and bobs around you that make it feel, like a yoga space that you like. I just move some plants and light a candle. Just those little touches make a difference. So feet are nice and wide. Heels are turned out to the sides of the mat. Unless you've got lower back issues, then take a different option with your legs. You can bend the knees. You can also take a diamond shape with the legs to encourage the opening of the hips straight away. Yogi's choice. As long as you feel settled, heavy, that's all we're looking for. Hands are maybe resting on the belly, or they might be out nice and wide. There's no rules, as to how you settle. If the legs are in a diamond shape, sometimes it's nice to take the arms above the head. Notice any places that need to soften that might still just be holding a little bit of tension. See if you can ease those down. And then, as always, let's just check in with how we're doing this morning, how we're feeling. I didn't sleep very well. There was a dog barking a lot. So who knows what that was about, but he wasn't happy last night. So yeah, just notice how you are this morning, reflect. And then be proud that you're still here. You've rolled out your mats regardless. And that's the beauty of your practice. You show up, however. We're not like adding layers of judgment. We're just being self-aware. So listen, observe, notice. And whenever you feel ready to shift the attention to your breath, start to do that. The breath really is just your tool now to focus the mind. It gives it a place for the mind to rest. A nice, healthy, good place for the mind to rest. That's fluid, that's regular, that's something that's nourishing us. So just try and be on the journey of each breath in and each breath out. And as best as you can, I want you to stay close to your breath for your practice. If the mind wanders, gently guide it back to the breath and to the body. Wishing you a really nice practice this morning. If your arms are above the head and if the legs are extended, just take the hands down to the outer thighs, bring a bend to the knees and just start to guide the knees towards one another and then in towards the chest. Take hold of the tops of the shins or the backs of the knees, but we want the spine to still be long, so try not to get the low back to curl up. Keep the tailbone pointing towards the front of the mat. And then just start to move the toes and the ankles as always. And as you hold your knees or tops of shins, we're guiding them kind of out to the side, like to 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, if we had a clock face above us. The diagonals, yeah? Start to bend and extend alternate legs with that angle still. Once you've had enough of your ankle rotations and your toes moving. If you can hold the big toes, and you can obviously use the arms to help you bend and extend, but don't worry if you can't catch those parts of you. It's first thing in the morning, just see how the hips are feeling. Good, and then start to circle the knees now. So you might need to let go to enable you to draw some nice big circles with the knees. Some of you might want to place one foot down and do your circles one at a time. There really is no rules here. If you notice you've got difference between your hips, maybe do them one at a time. Yeah, if you're feeling pretty even, then circling together is absolutely fine. Try and keep kind of from the navel up as still as you can and just focus the movement on the lower half of you. Great, let's take a quick figure 4. So right ankle to left knee. Hopefully you're feeling that in the outer hip, outer thigh. If not, try and bring the ankle and knee a little bit closer towards you. Good, switch it out, other side. Nice. Great, and then let's just kind of plant the feet and windscreen wipe. As you do that, if you want to pause, you can. What we're trying to feel here is the front of the hip. So as you go to the right, you're kind of pointing the left knee away from you and getting a nice stretch in the front of the left hip. As you go to the left, same thing, other side, you're feeling a stretch in the front of the right hip. But the more you direct the knee away from you, doesn't matter if your hip's lifting a little bit, that's fine. The more you're hopefully feeling that in the front of your hip. Good, okay, right, let's come back to a happy baby and see if we can roll up and down. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just balance. And you can just roll to the side. If you're coming up and down, that's where you can balance. If once you're up, you can grab the big toes. You can even have a little bit of fun and extend out the legs. Lift through the chest. Maybe hold here for 5. Doesn't matter if you're kind of more here. For 4. For 3. For 2. Good, on 1. Heels down. They're kind of hip width or a little bit wider. And just do that swishing again. So right to left. And this time you can get a bit more exaggerated. So you can kind of come right over and really show your hip off to the side of the mat. And just lean back into the hands as well. Think about opening through the front of the chest as you do these. Doesn't matter what direction your fingers are pointing in. You can stretch your wrists as well there if it feels good. Really finding the edges of your feet, yeah? Nice, and then just come back up to center, kick the heels nice and wide, and just start to tease yourself forward a little bit, but we're not too worried about how deep we go. We're just moving the torso up and down, keeping the spine nice and long. Good. Feeling this in the inner thigh now. Great. Keep yourself back upright. Let's bring the left foot in and let's just feel this a little bit more in the inner thigh. And we're going to get a side stretch as well. So you're going to slide your right hand down towards your foot and you're going to reach your left arm up and over. Good. Hand can be behind the head, or you can start to move the fingers and the wrist of the top hand, hopefully feeling a nice side stretch here. Keep the left hip really plugged down, or the left sit bone, I should say. Good. And again, some little movements here that feel good. So lots going on. We're feeling it on the inner thigh of the extended leg, side body, and then also moving the top hand. So lots to think about. If you want to bend and extend the elbow as well a few times, tap the middle part of the upper back. Good, we're here for 3. How's the breath? For 2, listen carefully. On 1, come all the way up. Your left hand is going to kind of come behind you. Maybe it's off the mat. Your right arm is going to sweep in front. He's going to have a nice little full body stretch here as well. It's almost like a half a wild thing. So you're kind of on your left shin and the inner edge of your right foot. Doesn't matter what it looks like, just about how it feels. Again, through the front of the hip and the other side. So we're feeling this through the right side now. Maybe the chest. Good, and then sweep the arm forward, come all the way back down, and let's bring both feet into center and take a seated version of our diamond shape, which we might have already done when we lay down, yeah? So see how it feels now. If you want to move the legs up and down a bit, if you want to move forwards and backwards a bit, that's fine. Can you move with the breath? Inhale forward, exhale back. Or maybe you're finding a little bit of time to pause. The spine is long though, yeah? We're not rounding. So take a look at my spine, yeah? It's long. We're not doing this, yeah? Nice and lifted through the chest. Breathing. Great, okay, come all the way back up. We'll do those stretches on the other side now. So the left heel is going to kick out, the right foot's going to come in towards us. You can go as wide with this leg as you want. Just how does it feel, the inner thigh? Slide the left arm down, reach the right arm up and over. Same thing, let's move the top hand, move the wrist. Bend and extend through the elbow. Good, and then just pause here for 3. Go as deep as you can here, that feels good, for 2. How's the breath? Exhale on 1, come all the way back up, little mini wild thing. So right hand comes behind you, left arm sweeps in front, come up onto the right shin and just take a nice little reach here. Good, how does that feel? Try and stack the shoulder and wrist, yeah, of the supporting hand. Great, and then sweep the arm in front of you, come all the way back down, cross the ankles, and let's come to tabletop. So take the ankles underneath you and roll forward. Nice, okay. Move around here. A little bit more focus on the lower half of you, yeah? So from the waist to the hips, yeah? Even though we're doing the whole spine, we're maybe just bringing our attention to that kind of bottom half. Breathing. Good. Okay, back to center, nice and neutral, everything stacked. Hover the right knee, start to circle the right knee. And try and let the leg like hang. So it's really heavy and just let it circle, yeah? Change directions. Maybe go a little bit bigger with the circles. No rush on these, yeah? And just do about 2 or 3 and then change and go the other direction. Getting a little bit bigger, a little bit more exaggerated, and hopefully the hips now starting to warm up, yeah? Maybe you can go up, out and around. So kind of kick the heel to the sky, feel the glute working to do that. Then direct it to the side of you, into the midline, across and back around. So as big as you can now with your circles. See if you can just do 3 more. Make sure you've done both directions. Good, and then kick the leg back, sole of foot to the sky, and just pulse here for 10. Yeah? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Keep the leg up. Take it to the side on 1. Same thing, out to the side for 10. 8, 7, 6. As high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. On 1, the foot's going to step outside the right hand. Baby finger, yeah? So the toes are off the mat. We've got that 2 o'clock position with the right foot. And maybe the left leg is kind of feeling that, yeah, as well, because it's holding and creating stability for you as you did those pulses. Okay, rock backwards and forwards, but we're not in a low lunge, we're in like a lizard with the front foot. Nice. And then stay forward. Maybe you can kind of shuffle the back knee a little further behind you towards the ground and just stay here. The back knee can be lifted if you want to be a bit more active this morning, that's fine. Enables you to move around a little bit here as well. Again, just some little circles. And then also notice if this front leg, is the knee kind of winging out or are you hugging it into the arm? Play around with that. What feels good this morning? Hugging it in is creating a little bit more strength. Winging it out is creating a little bit more length. So what are you doing with that front leg? Are you squeezing it in or are you winging it out? Okay, with the back knee lifted or not, we're just going to reach the right arm up and down a couple of times. So inhale to come up, exhale to dip down. Can you get the forearm to tap the mat? We'll do 5 in total in your own time. Don't worry about keeping count, that's 3. But also going at your pace. Lovely. Okay, 1 more I've got here. And then next time my hand comes down, let's all tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, take a big step back to your high plank. Okay, feet nice and wide, push the floor away. First one, let's hold it nice and strong. Breathing though, yeah? Lovely, lower the knees, take them wide, big toes touch, child's pose. Let it go. Oh, nice. You can stay in your child's pose if you want. Or let's move. Before we come back to tabletop, let's just rock backwards and forwards from here. I love this move. So you're coming forwards, sending the hips to the wrists. Maybe you bend the knees and then you go back. You might have to play around with the placement of the hands to get the positioning right for you. And you can bend the knees or you can extend the legs. It's just like a little rock backwards and forwards, but think hips to wrists. Elbows soften to help you out here. Rib cage comes through. Hips go back. Good. If that doesn't feel good, you just do your cat-cows in tabletop, which is where we'll come back to when everyone's ready. Okay, left side. Do you know what the score is? Hang the leg. Hang it. Let it be really heavy and start to just circle the knee. Circling, getting them bigger, changing direction every 2 or 3 times until we're getting to our biggest effort, yeah? So taking the knee up, back, behind you, out to the side and into the chest. So really big circles, yeah? As much as you can, up, out, into the chest, over to the midline and behind you. Good. Make sure you've done 3 in the other direction as well. And then when you're ready, let's hold that little L shape with the leg and pulse for 10. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, good. On 1, take the leg up and out to the side and take it there for 5. Sorry, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Really squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Good. On 1, you're going to step the left foot outside the left hand. Good. Squeeze it in or wing it out. Remember your options. But get deep into your lizard position first. Yeah, walk the hands forward. Do what you can to get a nice length to the spine and also that back hip. There's lots going on in lizard. We're also stretching the front of the right leg here as well. Remember, you can be on the toes. You can move around here. That's absolutely fine. Good. Okay, remember those arm movements are coming in now. Twisting, inhale to come up. Exhale to bring the forearm down. Can the elbow kind of tap the floor? And again, what's that winging leg doing? Are you pressing through the big toe or are you pressing through the baby toe? Can you squeeze it in or are you kind of opening it out? Whatever you're doing is fine. You just feel differently. Give me 2 more. Nice. Next time the hands down. Big step back to plank again. This time, if we feel ready, we can chaturanga, or we might want to drop the knees and just do some presses, especially if you're building your strength up to chaturanga. Just do 3 presses this morning and then come all the way down, belly to the floor. Or chaturanga and up dog, yogi's choice. Push back, maybe a little child's pose before you find your first downward facing dog. That's where we'll meet. And sometimes it's nice to take the feet a little wider in downward dog when we're focusing on the hips. Get a nice release across the low back. You can even turn the toes out a little bit. Head heavy. Sometimes nice to play with the edges of postures. Change the feet. Change the hands. Change the weight distribution. How does that feel? Listen carefully. The feet are either going to walk or take a big step into a yogi squat. So where your feet just were on the outside edges of your hands, they're going to come back to that. Some of you might even want to hop there. Just be careful with what's around you. Good. And then just get kind of comfortable hanging out down here. Move around. Some of you might need bricks under the heels. You might be off the heels. For me, with yogi squat, it's about my ankles. I don't know if anyone else has this, but I think I've got really tight ankles. They don't like to bend too much. So yeah, getting my knee kind of over my toes is a bit of a struggle. When you're ready, you can push all the way up and come to stand. And we're just going to do that a few times. So on an inhale, you're going to rise and reach the arms. And on an exhale, you're going to come back down. So hands can kind of interlace. It's quite nice to then push through the feet to reach the arms and then come back down, hands through prayer. Good, just do a few more. Breathing in to come up and really thinking about the strength here. Breathing out to come down. So push through the heels, strong. Nice, and then exhale down. How are the toes, yeah? We're pressing through the toes as well as the heels. The whole of each foot if you can. How's the spine? Is it nice and long? Don't have to go that low with these. Nice. Come down this time. Hands to the floor, hips to the sky. Maybe heel toe the feet in a little. Take a dangle. We're in a kind of our first forward fold. How does that feel? Some nice swaying if that feels nice. Good. Okay. Hands down. Walk back to plank for a vinyasa or to downward dog if you want to miss that. We're meeting in vinyasa. We're meeting in downward dog. On your next inhale, float the right leg nice and high. Knee can be soft just because you're going to circle again here, just like we did in tabletop. And if it feels okay, you're going to open up into a split dog. So when you think of your split dog, your knee is pointing to the sky and your right hip is stacking on top of your left. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, take an inhale, lift the knee higher, stack the hip more. Exhale, roll forward, draw the knee to the right elbow. And then step the foot outside or just behind the right hand. Right hand's going to shuffle inside. Toes are pointing forward though. It's just more of a wider stance. Spin the back heel down, reach the left arm high. If that's too much, you can come up with the forearm onto the right thigh. But if you can, we're nice and low. That elbow is near my calf. My shoulder is near my inner knee. Like I said, if it's too much, you come up here. Breathing, holding for 3. How's the breath here? For 2. Now think about your legs. On 1, press through the feet. Just move the torso. Don't move the legs. Come up into your peaceful warrior, straight back. Again, for 3 good breaths. Still a deep bend in that front leg. Yeah, strong back leg. We're not here for long. Give me 1 more breath. Good, and then enjoy that extension of the front leg, hands to prayer. Take a moment, turn the back toes out a little, so to the back corner. Bend into that left knee. A few times, yeah? The right heel might lift, or the right toes might lift, sorry, coming onto the heel. If it feels okay, you can come all the way down, Skandasana. But what feels good? We're here, we're holding, we're breathing for 3. For 2, listen carefully on 1. Push through that left foot. You're going to come back to the top of the mat. Left hand down, right arm high, twist. That should feel pretty good, that movement. Any switching I do, it's just so I can face you. Great. Listen carefully, drop the back knee. Come onto the blade edge of the front foot. Allow the leg to kind of wing out. So this is called Shiva's twist. We're just setting up. You should feel this in the outer hip and thigh of the right leg. You can stay here if this is enough, or come onto the back toes and drop the back heel. So you're on the outside edges of both feet. Yeah? Top hand can even reach towards the extended leg. Blade edge of both feet. Yeah? Squeeze the inner thighs, the outer thighs together. I know, we're here for 3. For 2, listen carefully on 1. Drop the back knee, create a little kickstand, float the right foot back and behind you into a supported side plank. If you want to go for full side plank, you can. Next round, I'll give that cue straight away. We're here and we're squeezing. Maybe we're even floating the top leg. See how you feel. Nice and strong this morning. And then back down for a vinyasa. High plank, chaturanga, or knees. Pull through to up dog. Push back to down dog. Let it go. If you need a child's pose, you've got 5 breaths here. Notice difference between right side and left side. Okay, let's do that all on the left. How are we feeling? Inhale, left leg nice and high. Circle, yeah? Get into the left hip. And then when you're ready, stack the hip, point the knee to the sky. You can definitely tell when I've not had enough sleep. All my words get jumbled up. Good. Lift the knee higher, stack the hip more, and then roll forward. Think about taking the left knee to the left elbow, and then just step it just outside the left hand. Shuffle around, come into that kind of wide stance, both toes pointing forward. Yeah? When you're ready, spin the right heel down Lift the right hand up. If you've got a yoga brick, you can always place that under the bottom hand. 3 good breaths here. Use this as an opportunity to open through the chest. Keep that connection between upper arm, inner knee. Push through the feet, scoop, come straight up. Oh, nice. Feeling a nice stretch through the left side body now. Strong right leg, deep bend in left knee. One more breath here. Lovely, come back to center. Enjoy that little release of the front knee. Hands prayer. This time the right toes are going to point out. You're going to deeply bend into the right knee. So you're going to the back of the mat again. Take your time. I don't want you to just dump into the flexibility. It's so easy when we're flexible to just go like all the way down. I want this to be a controlled movement, steady, yeah? Find the heel of the front foot so you're able to kind of move around at a pace, using outer hip, glute, inner thigh to control the lower. If you want, you come all the way down, just for a count of 3. Press through the whole of the foot for 2. Enjoy this journey. So push through the right foot, right hand down, left arm high, twist. Okay? Now remember, you can stay here. Okay? Or if you want to try that Shiva's twist, drop the back knee for a moment so you're able to kind of heel toe this foot kind of towards the edge of the mat and a little bit further down the mat so you can wing out the leg. And your feet, like our figure 4, that's where you're feeling it, same feeling, outer hip and thigh. Maybe you stay here, maybe you drop onto the back foot as well, but it's the outside edge of the foot. So if I was to drop down, I'd be on the outside of my whole leg. Good, we're here, we're holding, we're breathing. Supported side plank, so drop the knee, kickstand with the left foot, just to help you out to come into that supported side plank. Breathing, remember what you know. If you want to take your full side plank and you did that on the first side, you do that. We're here, we're breathing, maybe looking up. Good, and then next exhale, plank, vinyasa, or push back to downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. Lovely, well done. I'm going to flow through that one more time. Yeah, one breath, one movement. A little bit of a pause at the end to do some kind of skandasanas from side to side, a little bit of a goddess pose. Before we do that, turn the toes out, walk the hands back, sink the hips. Just take a little malasana at the back of the mat. Reach the arms forward. You should feel kind of stronger in these now. Press through the feet, almost come up a little bit. Yeah, that will show whether you're building strength or whether you're just kind of dumping. There's a little bit of difference. See how I'm active or passive. Yeah, have a go at that. Then when you're ready, let's come back to downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here just to settle back in. And then what we'll do is we'll flow through the whole thing, one breath, one movement. So right side straight to left side. Inhale, right leg nice and high. Exhale, split your dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot outside the right hand, scooch it in. Inhale, drop the back heel, reach the left arm, twist. Well, no, not twist, sorry, open up. Inhale, scoop, peaceful warrior. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, hands prayer, turn the toes out. Exhale, bend deeply into the back knee, the left knee. Inhale, journey, press the left hand down. Exhale, twist at the top of the mat. Take an inhale to find the blade edges of both feet. Exhale, drop the hands, sink the hips. Inhale, you can either grab the big toe or you can just transition to your side plank. See how you feel this morning. Yogi's choice. Take just one breath wherever you are and then exhale through a vinyasa. Well done. Really nice. Straight in. Just one breath. Then we go to the left side. Inhale, left leg nice and high. Exhale, split your dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Scooch the left hand in. Drop the right heel. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Press through the feet and scoop. Inhale. Find center. Hands prayer. Prepare. Exhale. Turn the toes out. Sink into the right knee. Skandasana. Good. Inhale. Journey. Twist. Right hand down. Left arm high. Exhale. Blade edge of both feet. Inhale. Maybe you find a side plank, hooking the big toe or just floating the leg. Just one breath. Exhale. Hand down. Plank. Vinyasa when you're ready. Good. Take a choice. Let it go. Well done, guys. I know I said we'd go between the Skandasanas, but it just felt we were in a bit of a flow. It was nice. So I kept it going. Lovely little hip flow that is. Hopefully you're feeling it in the outer thighs, outer hips. When you're ready, come up to kneeling. Take your time, push through the hands, roll up through the spine, and finish with pigeon, okay? If you don't like pigeon, come back to figure 4. So from here, you'd cross over the ankles, you'd sit, and you take the ankle across the knee. You can lie back like we did first thing this morning, or if you're in tabletop, ready for pigeon, right knee behind right wrist, right ankle behind left. Scooch back, sink the hips, and it's up to you. You can stay upright, yeah? You can kind of prop yourself up here. Use this as an opportunity to kind of pull the rib cage through, open through the chest. Or some of you might want to ease down. If you're easing down, long wind the spine, see how you get on. I think I'm going to stay upright. I enjoy the stretch that you get through the side body here. And just actively squeezing the shoulders, opening through the chest. More of a full body kind of experience, this one with an upright position. Good, really nice. Okay, you're going to switch. So if you're lying back and you're in your figure 4, do that the most easiest way for you. If you're in traditional pigeon, maybe you go through a vinyasa or a downward dog. I kind of like to just come back to tabletop and move around. I always set up my pigeon from tabletop. So when you're ready, left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist, scooch back, settle down, square the hips, use cushions or props to kind of help you out if you need to. Remember, you can stay upright or you can forward fold here, yogi's choice. How's the back leg? It's easy for you to kind of roll in on the big toe side. Try and press through the baby toe side. Yeah? We have to always be mindful of our positioning and how it feels. It's so easy to slip into kind of, similar habits and pick up niggles. So always be challenging the pose. Can you tweak the alignment? Can you get into a new part of your body? How's the breath? Just one more here. Good. Wherever you are, you're going to come out and we're all going to meet in a wide seated fold, similar to what we started with. Okay, but the knees are soft and the heels are in a little bit. Come back to those little swishes and sways. So again, blade edges and inside edges of the feet. You might notice that the knees maybe can go a little lower now. Maybe you can tease the hip forward a little bit more. Just pause on one side. The more you kind of bring your chest back to center, the more you kind of having a little bit of a twist here as well. Good, and then all the way to the other side again, just a little pause. Direct the hip forward, maybe bring the chest back to center and the shoulders to enjoy that twist. Good. Back to center when you're ready. Inhale. Sit nice and tall. Kick the heels out and then exhale this time. We will hold here. So remember what you know. You're going nice and long with the spine. Drive the heels away. Kick them away. Toes curl towards you. And start to breathe here. So if the breath is a struggle, then you probably need to ease back a little. 5 deep breaths. You know, we're coming towards the end of the practice. So easy to get into your day now. But just stay with your 5 breaths. The day is coming regardless. So important to be in the moment and not ahead or even behind, yeah? Good, on that last and final breath, come all the way back up. Use your hands behind the knees, cross the ankles, and let's just sit in silence, shoulders back and down. 1 minute, that's all I'm asking for. You can breathe consciously if that's helpful. So breathing in for 3 and breathing out for 3. Or you can just almost use this as a mini shavasana, a seated one. So you're not thinking about anything, you're not breathing consciously, you're just being still and letting the practice download. Or if you've got an active mind, another option is to just bring someone or something to mind that you're grateful for. Picture that really clearly in front of you for a few moments and just send it a little bit of Wednesday gratitude. Well done, everyone. That's about a minute, I'd say. Chin to chest, head down, little bow. Thank you. Well done. Have a great rest of your day. Happy Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 7. And yeah, we'll get into some more strength. No, spine is Thursday, isn't it? We do the spine on Thursday. We're back to strength on Friday. Thanks, guys. Well done. Sorry I didn't spell morning correctly. Enjoy your coffee.